Yo, what's up guys? Got PokeaimMD here with an NU Showdown live. I made this team with my boy Kicks, and it's actually built around Specs Typhlosion. This is going to be a chill NU live today. Maybe hitting you for some road top 10 tomorrow, not sure. As well as the NBL later today, but we got Specs Typhlosion, SD Gracium, C Virizion, Defensive Violet, Golbat, Stealth Rock Steelix, Scarf Drapion to help us revenge kill Pokemon like this and Sneasel and whatnot. As well as Trappist Magus, and then we have Combine, Slack Off, Slowking. Only reason to use Slowking over Slowbro is because we're using more Spadef on it. It hits a higher Spadef target than what Slowbro would, but otherwise I'd usually put Slowbro here and just customize it to what EV spread I want. But let's go ahead and look for a battle. Hopefully we can get some fun games. I'm actually going out today to a few Pokemon I haven't seen in a while. Why is the Kingler actually a huge threat? I'm actually going out today to a park and like staying there the entire day. So that should be fun. Anyway, I'm thinking Scarf Passimian, maybe Bandit or Life for Weavile. Magmortar could be AV. I'm not entirely sure. I'm not 100% sure. And he does have a Houndoom, but I do have Focus Blast. Anyway, I really like Golbat as a lead because if he leads off a Passimian, I can get off a slow U-turn. He unfortunately leads off with Sneasel, but I do have one of the best Sneasel answers in the game. Physically defensive still. Like, I'm actually fully physically defensive. Look at my stat. It's 548. That's like Mega Heracross level. Of like, it's better than that. Your SD is not going to kill me. Even if he has, I'm sturdy, so even if he's like SD all out pummeling, even though low kick probably does more, he just goes for knockoff. And he has Life Orb, so I can knock him out with a Heavy Slam there, and down goes that crit. Definitely does not matter, and down goes that giant threat. So that's one thing that can outspeed my Typhlosion. Now this thing's actually a pretty big threat. I have Blaze on Typhlosion. I've been debating running Flash Fire on it. I'm not sure. Maybe it will be necessary, but I love Blaze boosted flamethrowers. But I'll try Flash Fire just for this game because Houndoom is actually a pretty big threat. So what I can do is actually go Slowking and pivot. He does go for Nasty Blast, a very good play on my opponent's part, but we're going to double out into our Drapion on the Dark Pulse here, that I'm assuming he's going to want to go for. As he makes a very good play and going for Flamethrower, and I get blown away. Jesus, very good double on my opponent. Very good play on my opponent's part. Like no close combat switch-ins though, so I can still win this game fairly safely. But if that is a Specs Meloetta, it's going to be a little bit annoying. But if I knock out Houndoom, I can win the game with Combine Slowking very easily. So, and no close combat switch-ins. That I can see anyway. Like, that's not a close combat switching at all. Even though my Pokemon matched up so well versus him, he opted to burn me, which was his best play, and I go down. So we'll make the safe play into Slowking. We'll make the safe play into Slowking. As he does go for the Flamethrower, and I basically eat every hit. The only thing I'm worried about this thing is that Houndoom can set up on me, but I'll eat a Thunderbolt either way. If that's AV, I have no idea. My close combat did a lot. I don't think I'll be able to get up rocks this game, but he has no Scald switch-ins. Kingler comes out. Best thing Kingler could do is hit me with either... Oh, I get a burn on it, which is amazing. So, you know what? We're going to take full advantage of this. We're going to go Steelix. Best thing Kingler could do is hit me with X-Scissor or Knockoff. And because he is burnt, now Steelix can take every hit. I can get up rocks, knocking out Magmortar, and also weakening the Houndoom. With those rocks. I could also quick Earthquake here, but figured he'd stand and quick Crab Hammer. Kingler does have pretty good defenses, and Golbat is useful because it beats Passimian. It can actually beat a lot of his team, like just on its own. Let me just click Earthquake here. Get off some damage on this Kingler, and I unfortunately get a crit, so I end up on top in this situation. Ooh, that's what she said. As Magmortar's gonna go down to rocks. I'm not sure why he went out to Magmortar right there, to be honest. And Passimian comes out. Now, Passimian can definitely go for U-turn, but I don't want to give Houndoom like free setup. Basically, I want to be able to sack something to Houndoom. That way I can go to Virizion and revenge kill it. Because with the burn on Virizion from Flame Body, I actually cannot knock out Houndoom just yet, I'm pretty sure. So, Melora comes out. This is an issue. We do have to go Slowking on the potential Psychic. Hyper Voice is also a play my opponent can make depending on what it is. The great thing is that I'm pretty sure that's Scarf Passimian, which means that Slowking walls indefinitely. Now my opponent's just making some good plays right now. Goes for the Shadow Ball. Does nothing though. Does absolutely nothing. So we'll slack off here. As he goes for, what move is that? Breakneck Blitz, and my Slowking goes down. Okay, so I have like, I'm getting destroyed by these sets. Again, I'm still fine because Golbat literally beats Passimian and this. We have to go Typhlosion, and I don't care if he goes Houndoom. I have to click Eruption here. Even if he goes Houndoom, he takes the Stealth Rock damage that I need, and then I'll be able to sack Steelix. Like, I can win this by playing safely right now. We sack Steelix, which is at 0.6%. We sack Steelix, he takes a Life Orb hit. I can then go out to Virizion, click Close Combat, knock him out, and then as long as I have PK plus, like, he keeps Nasty Plotting, which is smart, but it doesn't. He's not going to be able to revenge kill me. He should just be attacking. Yeah, now Houndoom is 100% in range of Close Combat, and all I gotta do is if Meloetta comes out after, all I gotta do is, and he sacks Houndoom, so I still win either way. So all I gotta do, like, he made some good plays, but if Meloetta ever comes out, I Bloom Doom it to take some damage. It already showed Shadow Ball and Breakneck Blitz that kill me, though I guess, and that's definitely not a physical Breakneck Blitz, so it's not like Relics on it or anything. Though if it is, then Golbat just clicks Brave Bird a few times. So again, I'm not worried about the Passimian at all. I am Fizz Def. U-turn is an option that my opponent does have. Close Combat is also an option. But as long as I go Golbat and click U-turn on whenever Meloetta comes out, I click Eruption with Specs PK, my Typhlosion, and I'll be fine. So if he goes for U-turn here, very good play on my opponent's part. But he does go for that Close Combat, which is 9. It actually did 9. And we'll just U-turn here. Give me the best momentum. If he goes Meloetta, I literally go out to Specs Typhlosion and I click this Eruption. Now I lose. Yep, you do. He made some plays. He definitely made some plays. He definitely made some plays, but he had to keep Houndoom alive because, like I said, my Specs Eruption mom was gonna have fun this game. I don't care if he Scarf. Well, I do care if he Scarf if that happens. But there's no way he's gonna flinch this thing to death. So I'll just go for Bloom Doom here. There's no way he can flinch all my. I'm not. Okay, wait. There might be a way. I'm not. What's it called? I'm not inner focus on Golbat either. I'm Infiltrator. Nice. So this should be able to put it in range of Close Combat. Never mind. Passimian 8. That Passimian 8. Jesus. I should have SD'd up in the late game. This burn on Virizion. I mean, I definitely got lucky in this game myself. Like, how many times did I crit my opponent? But if Virizion didn't get burnt, it literally won. Like, I never would have to switch it out. I would have been able to click Close Combat. Let's see, though, if he beats me 1v1 with this thing. Do we see this 4 screens? Yep, we do. I even gets a crit again. Good game. Nice. So, we're going to be getting that. Whoops. That is a PU team for when PU ends up coming out. Unfortunately, I don't know if you guys heard, but PU is getting delayed. It was supposed to be coming out in a couple days. Actually, it might have been out yesterday, assuming those were the stats that we would have followed, but it might be another month because these stats are a little bit wrong. As if you guys actually look on Smogon, maybe I'll show you real quick, but these would have been the stat changes if we went off what was happening. Let me see this. Competitive discussion. So these would have been the stat changes if we went off what was recently happening. But as you see, Weavile moved from U to RU. But the only reason that would have made sense is because Weavile was banned, and then it was allowed in UU for a couple days. I tested. I'm actually not sure on the status of that right now. But because of that, its usage was down for about the past month, which makes sense. So they're not actually using these stats. And yeah, basically we're going to have to wait for PU, unfortunately. It's okay. So my opponent's team, very, very solid. Very, very solid. No good fire switchings though. No good fire switchings at all. Like Combusken isn't a good fire switching. Slowking walls Combusken as well. Baton Pass is banned. I don't have to worry about that. Hitmonlee is a giant threat, but I do have Golbat. Wait, this boy left? I'm trying to form a game plan here. I want to lead off with my Typhlosion though, because like he has 0 switchings. Though this mon in itself is a very good Pokemon versus me. Because my Steelix doesn't do too, I'm just gonna have a game plan even though he doesn't do anything. Basically, get up rocks, get in Typhlosion, and click Eruption and claim my kill. I 2-KO Aromatisse. I'll be able to knock out Steelix after its 30 is broken. Combusken, if it's Life Orb, will more than likely go down. So we're gonna switch out now into my Steelix. Even if he goes for Earthquake, I don't really care. He did come back nice. Even if he goes for Earthquake, I really don't mind. Because Steelix is Fizz Def, it could take any hit, and I want to see if it's Life Orb or defensive Drapion. If it is defensive, I do have a Defogger as well as my own Drapion touching the floor. Knockoff did nothing, so I'm thinking that might be defensive. I'm gonna Earthquake here just in case he has Taunt. Because the knockoff actually did nothing. Also, he's no Earthquake switching, so... Yeah, as you see, he goes his own Steelix. So, yeah, he literally has no Earthquake switchings. We'll get him my rocks. Now, his rocks are actually a little bit bad for me. Because Typhlosion, but Flamethrower also has no switching, so I'll weaken him a bit more before switching as he roars me out and gives me Golbat, which is definitely not what I wanted. I guess we'll just attempt to defog here, because if he roars me out again, maybe he'll give me Typhlosion. Go Sigilyph, so we get up rocks and we break Steelix's 30 as Sigilyph does come out. And I do have Drapion, which I am going to go hard into and just Pursuit Trap. Alternatively, Slowking is a better play on potential Thunder Wave. Also, Slowking just gets called. Like, I eat this hit and I break a potential Focus Sash on Sigilyph. Yo, I keep critting too. But he can definitely 2-KO me if he wants to, but we'll go Drapion. He has a range of Pursuit. Dazzling Wind does not knock me out. And we can just knock him out with this Pursuit right here. And we get the Regener on my Slowking, which gives me the option of pretty much coming in on Pokemon like Combusken. But I guess SD Combusken could be an issue. Steelix comes out. I'm gonna go out to my own Golbat here and just defog. Oh, as he goes for U-turn. So what I'm actually gonna do is, or as he goes for Earthquake rather. So I'm sorry, I said my play. What I'm actually gonna do is U-turn out to my Typhlosion. If he goes for Heavy Slam, then he doesn't get up rocks. And he actually does the exact same damage Stealth Rock would have. Wow. So Eruption is still 112 base power. So I'm not sure how well Aromatisse is gonna take this. Probably decently well. Ooh, never. Whoop, my bad Typhlosion. PK. He's PK. This is PK. This is PK. Get out of his sight. This is actually PK. Hitmonlee, what you gonna do, buddy? Hard Golbat. Walled. That did nothing. And it looks like it might be Scarf Hitmonlee. So we'll roost here. As he goes Drapion, I'm definitely not gonna let him knock me off. I'm gonna go route to Steelix and just click Earthquake. No ground immunities now. And this is Stab. Yeah, I knew it was a taunt set. Nice. Because just based on the fact that his knockoff did, I think, what was it, 17 before? It did nothing. Gets up a T-Spike, but I have a Poison type, so I'm not actually worried at all. Like, I'm really not worried at all. And even if he's SD Combusken, he shouldn't be able to beat down my Golbat. Yeah, Hitmonlee comes out, I'll just Heavy Slam here. Yeah, he tried to break my Golbat, but I don't need this Pokemon anymore. And I'm thinking it's Scarf Hitmonlee, so I'll actually click Earthquake here, following it up, since, again, no ground immunities, and Earthquake will be able to kill, or knock out, rather, something like Combusken, as well as do decent damage to Steelix. He's not going to be able to abuse this T-Spike at all. He's not going to be able to abuse this T-Spike at all. Oh, he knew it was me. Good game. Alright, so let's keep going. Get another game. Typhlosion doing 75% with a 75% charged Eruption is incredible. So we have Trick Room with Tauros. Really cool. I gotta watch out for Pythagoras. I want to lead Steelix and just get on my rocks. Actually, Carbink could. Carbink might Magic Coat, so we'll just Heavy Slam first. Yeah, he's just gonna get up his rocks. I'm going to go Golbat, Roost on his Explosion, which he will do after getting up his rocks. Take nothing from that, and then Defog. Yep. So I'll be able to Defog away these rocks, and we don't have to play with rocks the entire game. Look at, he has no way of revenge killing me. He actually has no way of revenge killing me. Granted, I don't have good ways of revenge killing Pythagoras, but he has no ways of revenge killing me. This is a Fizz Dev Golbat. Golbat with a Violet is so bulky, guys. I absolutely love it. Druddigon comes out. Maybe Sheer Force boosted Thunder Punch, but even that won't be able to knock me out. Yep. That is Sheer Force boosted, though. Lovely. So I can see him Fire Punching here because I do have Steelix. I'm actually going to Roost. Or expecting my Steelix. Yep. So we get a nice, beautiful Roost there. And what I can do is just U-turn out. As he goes up to Pythagoras. Nice. So this Mon is a monster. And even though Steelix does wall Tauros and whatnot, I have to Toxic it. I absolutely have to Toxic this Pokemon. I don't care if he Will-O-Wisp me. He's definitely Z-move Pythagoras. I've been swept by this a lot of times, especially when playing. So I don't want to be Z-moved right here. I'm going to go directly into Drapion. Drapion isn't necessarily useful in this. Drapion only would have been able to 2-hit KO Pythagoras, so getting off that Toxic is nice, because now Knockoff will be able to 2-hit KO it. I'm positive that it is Z-move, and I will keep my Steelix alive and healthy because Tauros is a threat. I will keep it alive because Tauros is a threat. So I'm assuming he's going to go for a Z-move here. Virizion is actually pretty poor in this matchup, I want to say, but it does help versus Golbat. Let me just calc if +2 Never Ending Nightmare knocks out Drapion. If it does, then I'm swapping out. Pythagoras. +2. So Z-move does knock me out. I have to decide what I want to sack here. I actually like Typhlosion because unless he's Assault Vest on Guzzlord, nothing's taking the hit. Slowking isn't too useful, but it does take hits from Guzzlord. I don't think it's too useful, so I'm actually going to sack my Slowking right here. To the Never Ending Nightmare, yep. So I'll sack it to that Never Ending Nightmare, as we will be able to put Pythagoras in range of Knockoff plus Poison, so we can go right back on to Drapion, and he only has one Trick Room setter left, which is Gourgeist, which cannot Trick Room set up on Drapion. So I'll definitely go for this Knockoff here, and if he does go Guzzlord, I get rid of its potential Assault Vest, which is what I'm thinking it is. Yeah. So we're going to be able to get rid of Pythagoras there, like I said, with the Poison, plus the Knockoff, and one Trick Room setter left. And that would be Gourgeist. So Druddigon comes out. We'll go Golbat because, again, it is Sheer Force Druddigon. I don't want to go Steelix on his Fire Punch. It is Sheer Force. As he goes Fire Head, doesn't do anything. So I'm assuming his last is Dragon Stab, which means I can actually Roost stall this thing a little bit. And if he goes Gourgeist, I can U-turn out into Steelix, or Typhlosion rather. Actually, Typhlosion is the better play. Yeah, I can U-turn out to Typhlosion. Did I change it to Flash Fire? I did. So we can just U-turn out into Typhlosion. Though obviously Guzzlord is a problem. I want to Focus Blast here, but I want to just click Specs Eruption. Oh, he has Normal Gem Explosion and he boomed up. No! Okay, so to be fair, his last few mons I wasn't really going to be able to beat. But I can now go Golbat and Roost stall the Guzzlord. I'm thinking about keeping Inner Focus so I don't have to use Infiltrator. I'm just trying to remember, like, I know Infiltrator goes through sub and screens, but what will it help me out in this tier? Because maybe Inner Focus might be better, because now Guzzlord has a chance of flinching me to death. So maybe I'll change this around to Inner Focus or Infiltrator. If you guys want to use the team, again, you can actually change up a few things. Hopefully Kix doesn't mind me using it. Like, I wanna stall out the last few turns of Trick Room, that way I can just click Close Combat with my Virizion. But this is what I'm talking about. Like, he does have this option to potentially flinch me, but he decides to drop a Draco there, so we're going to be able to get up a Roost, and on this turn as well, be able to get off a U-turn on the incoming Druddigon. Nice. This is still useful. This is definitely useful for Tauros, but I feel like, no, if it's Fire Blast Tauros, I can't sack Drapion. So we go Steelix. He's gonna go for, man, Golbat just 1v1s everything. I need one hit on this mon in order to kill it. So if he is Fire Blast on Tauros, then Earthquake is my best play here, just for damage. Yeah, he doesn't do too much. I mean, it's a decent amount considering I'm a Steelix, right? So we'll go Golbat, because we do take a Thunder Punch and the next Fire Punch. He can't burn me because of sheer force, which is amazing, and I can just roost. And Golbat can 1v1 his team, so... Oh, and he would now be taking Life Orb damage because he locked himself in Outrage. Yo, I love Golbat. This mon's so bulky. I absolutely love Golbat. Basically, the only reason why I didn't go out to Virizion is because I'm Bloom Doom, not All Out Pummeling. If I was All Out Pummeling, I would have went... I would have went hard Virizion. Unfortunately, my opponent crits me there, but I can now finish him off with a Bloom Doom. Main reason I'm going for Bloom Doom is because I don't want to get the defense drops from close combat. We'll be able to fit off Jardigon. And now it comes down to what the hell his Tauros set is. Virizion. Rock Climb does not kill. If he has Zen Headbutt, that kills me though. Yeah, Zen Headbutt does kill, but Rock Climb does 99% max, so we can close combat here. He tries to predict my Steelix. That was not the turn to predict Steelix, bro. I had a full HP Virizion. You definitely have to go for either crit or Zen Headbutt if you had it, buddy. But, good game. Nice, we are climbing. I keep almost loading up that team. I'm sorry. I'm waiting for PU to drop. I'm waiting for PU. I can't wait for PU though. Be able to use Frogadier. We got Rain. Oh, that's a. Do I lose? I'm trying to think of ways I beat this. Well, one, leading off a PK and getting off the strongest hit possible with Eruption versus literally all of his mons will be step one. The Kabutops is a giant threat. He leaves Rotom. So I'm actually going to just click Specs Flamethrower because I don't want to Scarf and Volt Switch. Specs Flamethrower is the play. Kabutops comes out and gets crit and burn. Alright, so we can win this game because I got insanely lucky turn 1. Like, actually insanely lucky turn 1. I was surprised. Z moved Kabutops too. Jesus. That crit sucks so much. So we'll take full advantage though and go out to Steelix. I can see him doubling if he wants to, but I will get up my rocks. X might be a solid option. Yeah, I've been burning everybody with PK. That sounds like PK though. Very nice double in the Mesprit. But Toxic to put him on a timer as he gets up the rain. Or Stealth Rock rather. Yeah, so we'll be taking 2 turns of this. He probably has Healing Wish though, so he should be fine. But yeah, Mesprit should be able to get up the Rain Dance here. He doesn't decide to go for Rain Dance. Interesting. He decides to go out to Ludicolo, and I will Toxic this thing. I don't need Steelix much in this game. I have Sturdy, and if he gets up the Rain, it's fine. I get 2 turns to Toxic him. And then Slowking can 1v1. So, and if he's Life Orb, yep, he only has a few more turns of Rain. So the Toxic is going to be nice to wear him down. And again, Slowking can 1v1 this thing. Slowking can actually 1v1 his entire team outside of like Thunder Punch Medicham. That's something I'm worried about. But Knockoff is also looking really good versus him. He's going to go for Giga Drain here, but I'll just go for Heavy Slam. Actually goes for Ice Beam. Interesting. So my Slowking takes 2 with ease. And I will be able to stall him out with the Poison. And I'm going to go for it. I definitely take 2. He has no switches to this Mon. Oh, he tried to predict me to double out into Drapion right there. Yeah, I didn't have a reason to. Because like I said, I eat the Giga Drain. I'm Spadef. I'm Slowking. Like, you can't kill me with a crit Giga Drain. And Ludicolo will go down soon. So, Rotom comes out. I wonder if it's going to trick me. I'm going to go Drapion though. As good as Drapion is versus his game. Then again, you know what? Virizion's the play. If he tricks me, he can't touch me. Discharge. Oh no. Oh no. We'll just fire off a Bloom Doom here. We don't want, like, if he Volt Switches or goes for Hex or anything, like, I'll be able to get rid of the Rotom. So that's one thing that could have threatened my Slowking. 1 Mon gone. Now Mesprit's gonna come out. I'm assuming he has Healing Wish too. Toxicroak is a threat, but I do have Earthquake on Drapion to check that, as well as a Golbat at almost full HP. And the one thing I'm really worried about is like Banded Thunder Punch Medicham. So this is where Infiltrator would actually have been decent. I'm just in close combat. Oh, he's Nasty Splat. We're good. That's not good. I mean, Golbat takes the hit. Yeah, and he knocks me out anyway, so he can't knock me out with, and he's Life Orb, nice. So he can't knock me out with Vacuum Wave, and I can knock him out with Flamethrower here. I actually get a kill with Flamethrower because of the burn and Stealth Rock. So I get a nice kill because this is more than likely Dry Skin, and this is Specs Typhlosion. In fact, there's no point to click Flamethrower when I have Eruption, which is significantly strong. Oh wait, no, that was the reason why I was talking about clicking it. I'm dumb. That's why I was thinking about clicking. This is why I clicked Flamethrower first. I'm dumb. So we'll go Golbat here because Golbat does beat him, and if he has a fire move or, excuse me, if he has like an ice move or something, Golbat does take it. And we do have Infiltrator now, so Inner Focus now, so he can't flinch me, which is amazing. I can see him nasty plotting up again, but I get the roost off. Yeah, I messed up. That was literally the reason why I clicked Flamethrower. Like, I knew the reason why I clicked Flamethrower, and then I instantly forgot it. But thankfully, because of Golbat's ability, which I did change, in this case, like, Blaze would have actually been better in that case on... I'm changing Typhlosion back to Blaze. What fire types am I switching into? Forget that. Blaze. I can pivot from Slowking always anyway on Houndoom. Blaze would have actually made the difference there, because I would have been able to kill, or knock out rather, the Toxicroak. So Mesprit can come out now. Medicham comes out. Zen Headbutt, Thunder Punch. I sack Typhlosion to see what move he locks himself into. Trick. Okay, so now we got to Drapion and just click knock off several times. It was Scarf. Wow, I wouldn't have actually minded sacking that Mon. I really wouldn't have minded sacking my Golbat to Brave Bird that thing. And we'll be able to get rid of Kabutops right there, which was Life Orb. Biggest threat right now is probably a Medicham. Does that Jump Kick knock me out? A Jump Kick. I'm just gonna assume it's, let's say Choice Band instead of Choice Scarf, right? That doesn't do that much. Okay, so we just knock off for 2 KO. It was Choice Scarf. And he Thunder Punches, either expecting my, he Thunder Punches expecting my Golbat there, and unfortunately gets a paralysis on me, excuse me. That's okay though. I burnt you. Yeah. Though this Mon did win the game right now, it's fine. I legitimately burnt him, like turn 1. And then I get some justice right there. I love how I got full Paradise, he missed. This game has been crazy, man. But yeah, I literally burnt him, and I messed up with my, I burnt him and I messed up with my Typhlosion, so he deserved that turn. Not the missed turn. He deserved the paralysis on me, rather. But, Ludicolo is going to come out. I can go Golbat here and just safely click Roost. If he knocks me out, that's fine. I beat Mesprit 1v1, and if he switched out into Mesprit right there to Healing Wish the Ludicolo, I mean, that could have been bad. I guess he didn't have it. And Slowking eats every hit. So even if he has Trick, even if he's Choice in some sort of way, I just click Calm Mind here. Yeah, U-turn is the best option to hit me. I click Calm Mind because if he was like, I know he definitely would have been something like Spec Stealth Rock, but if that was the case, then I would have been able to win there with this. Nice. Slowking putting in some work. Again. Does it die to poison? Nope. I don't see the turn's ending. Definitely don't see the turn's ending. Slack off. Okay. Nice. So Slowking ends up pulling through right there. The Toxic on Kabutops is actually huge. Because it would have forced me to play my Steelix differently. Yes, it was Life or Kabutops, but Steelix eats. I'll actually show you a calc real quick. Like, don't underestimate Steelix, man. No, forget their spreads. Forget their spread. We go fully physically defensive. We take full advantage of that. Kabutops. How much your Waterfall doing, bro? I'm thinking 40. No, I'm thinking Life or Waterfall. Not in the ring. 42. Yum. Never a 0% chance to 2 KO. Guaranteed 3 KO after leftovers recovery. That is Lord Steelix. But any case, I had fun during this live. Even though it was definitely all over the place. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day, of course. And like I said, the MBL goes up at 3. If you guys didn't know for right now, let's think it soon. If you guys didn't know, what was it? What was I gonna say? Saturdays I upload at 1, 3, and 5, and every other day I try to upload at 2 and 4, then occasionally at 6 p.m. if I have a third video. But yeah, also another thing, I don't know if you guys knew, but Twitch has this new thing called vodcasts, and vodcasts are pretty much reruns of previous streams. So when I can't stream, I actually have those playing on my stream. So if you wanted to see previous streams, you can always go to twitch.tv/PokeAim, and you can see all the previous streams running up there. But I'm not necessarily there. Sometimes I do pop in from my phone. I'm not necessarily there. But yeah, if you guys want to see those, you can. And also, IRL streams are coming soon, where I can actually just stream from my phone, which will be pretty cool because of the new Twitch update that they had on the mobile app. But I'll leave you guys at that. Thank you everybody for watching. Of course, feel free to leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye, friends.